Have you ever seen this tiny bird on the beach? Its ability to hide in the sand is so good that it's practically invisible to the casual visitor. This is the Kentish plover, a small bird with a very important ecological role in our coastal systems. Although the species is widely distributed from Asia to Africa and Europe, many of its populations are in serious decline. The problem is as simple as it is tragic. Humans increasingly occupy and transform the same coastal areas that these birds depend on to reproduce. Their breeding habitats are being lost because of coastal urbanization, touristic pressure, and climate change. In countries like Spain, their population has dropped by half in just a few decades. Today, this little neighbor is facing extinction. My name is Yana Korneeva, and my office is one of the most strategic sites for migratory birds along the East Atlantic Flyway, the Bay of Cádiz Natural Park. Every year, thousands of birds stop here during migration, while others, like the Kentish plover, also breed and raise their chicks. My research focuses on understanding how this species uses its habitat and how human activities influence its survival, providing the scientific knowledge needed for effective conservation. During the breeding season, Kentish plovers lay their eggs directly on the ground, relying on camouflage, an excellent defense against natural predators, but completely ineffective against human disturbance such as trampling, off-leash dogs, or vehicle traffic. So how do you protect a species that disappears the moment you look away? This is where technology steps in. By using high-resolution GPS tracking devices, we allow these birds to tell us their story, where they eat, where they rest, and how they navigate the threats we've created. During the nesting period, we carefully capture adult birds. First, we gently measure and ring them, and then we equip them with GPS backpacks weighing less than 2 grams. Through this technology, we are learning how and where these birds move throughout the year. We found that birds nesting on the beach don't just stay on the sand, they also rely on nearby marshlands and salt pans where they find high-quality food and a quiet place to rest. Beyond local movements, our research has achieved a major milestone. For the first time, we documented the full transcontinental migration of a breeding Kentish plover from southern Europe to West Africa. One female traveled from the Atlantic coast of Spain to Mauritania, spending more than 5 months in the wetlands of Dayalim National Park, before successfully returning to breed. During this migratory journey, these birds stopped 5 times in protected wetlands, underscoring the critical importance of these sites for the species' survival. This finding confirms that the Kentish plover is truly a world ambassador, a small bird connecting continents with a clear message. Effective conservation requires international cooperation across the entire migratory route. But conservation is not only about data, maps, or policy frameworks. It's also about inspiring society to coexist with nature. That is why my work extends beyond research and into the field, directly on the beaches and the salt pans. Through volunteer programs, citizen science, and environmental education, we transform public indifference into local pride. We want people to see the Kentish plover not as an obstacle, but as a symbol of a healthy living beach. Next time you walk along a beach, remember that beneath your feet a tiny life is fighting to survive. With science as our foundation and education as our driving force, we can ensure that this small coastal ambassador continues its journey, across beaches, wetlands, and continents. I want to thank the funding projects and agencies and the incredible team of collaborators and co-authors. Their commitment and shared vision make this research and its conservation impact possible.